Hey y'all, how's it going? I am Joy, that is Steve, and we are back with the NFL predictions versus for season 4, week 4.
Yeah, hard to believe September's almost over and almost into October.
Yeah, tell me about it. And it certainly feels like it. Last week wasn't good for me. I was fairly sick. This week I'm feeling a lot better, but my voice is still kind of raspy every now and then. Um, so I'm going to try to keep it, not like too lengthy in my rambles, but
Short and sweet.
yeah, I'm going to try to. So, with that in mind, we are going to update our standings first things first.
Okay.
We have a little bit of a shakeup. We have SDS in a firm first place now with 32 and 16. I am in second with 31-17.
Mhm,
Steve and John are tied at 30-18.
mhm.
Buff and Papa Agron are 29 and 19. And Troll is 25-23, with Dino being 2 and 1 after his Eagles pick from last week worked out.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for you, buddy. Week 3 review. How do you want to start it off?
Okay, we'll start off with the regret there. And my regret this uh, past week was obviously trusting the Jets there to beat the Patriots there, which was a huge mistake.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Zach Wilson. I really do. I think that the kid has some potential
Hmm.
and other things as well. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's not a good year for him, unfortunately.
True.
I don't think he was developed all that great in the preseason under Rodgers.
Hmm.
But I mean, to be fair,
Hmm.
they didn't really lose by much.
True.
So
Yeah.
for me, my regret is going with the Titans
Hmm.
over the Browns because I should have trusted the defense of Cleveland,
Hmm.
even though I'm kind of like hardline against Cleveland for reasons, and I'm very much
Hmm.
pro Tennessee for reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, Derrick Henry did not have a good game at all,
Yeah.
and I'm sad. But so that being said, speaking of good games, what was the game of the week for you?
Uh, Obviously, it'd be Orleans and Green Bay there. New Orleans went up 16 there, but then things went downhill when Derek Carr injured his shoulder there, and obviously Jordan Love and the Packers came back roaring and won it there.
Yeah, I will definitely say that like the defense did kind of collapse a little bit in the second half for New Orleans to let 18 unanswered points go on the board. But not
Mhm.
having Carr out there really hurt because like they didn't score anything at
Yeah,
all. And I think I seen something about Jamal Williams was on the IR or something as well.
yeah.
When I was checking
Mhm.
for this week, I'm not entirely sure what his status is, and I should have checked before I even thought to bring it up. But I'll fix it in editing. I'll say what
Mhm.
it is. So
Yeah.
yeah, that one was definitely a good game on their front.
Mhm.
For me, I'm not entirely sure what my game of the week would be, but I will say I really liked the Steelers and Raiders game that I was watching.
Mhm.
I felt like
True.
that was it was good back and forth, and seeing the Steelers defense dominate is always fun. Anytime Josh McDaniels loses is also fun.
True.
My personal game of the week is my only split game going my way when the Chargers beat the Vikings because I
Oh.
I actually put my faith in the Chargers and they didn't let me down. This like never happens. So I'm very happy.
Mhm. Yeah,
However, yeah.
I would have a suggestion there for this might not win me votes for with Viking fans there.
Uh-huh.
They should trade Kirk Cousins to the Jets for Zach Wilson.
So they can completely finish tanking and go get Caleb Williams in 24?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's so cruel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I still think they have a decent chance of having a fairly good season. It's only week 4.
Yeah.
They just get really unlucky, and that's kind of like the story of the Vikings, right? They either
Yeah.
get really lucky or they get really unlucky. I will say the fact that they lost back-to-back weeks because of touchbacks, essentially, or that had at least had touchbacks in play.
Mhm.
It's kind of sad, but also a little bit funny.
Yeah.
But speaking of funny and sad things, the
Mhm.
Texans
Yeah.
whooping on Jacksonville has to be the shock
Yeah.
of the week.
Yeah. Obviously, that is a huge shock for all of us there. But my shock of the week there, thought obviously the Cowboys they're blowing one against the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, how can you let that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Arizona does not look nearly as bad as I expected them to,
Hmm.
and week three proved that. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a surprise. Pretty much everything else about the week went as expected, but the Cardinals and the Texans came out firing, and
Yeah.
very impressive, I will say. So, if you're ready to get started, we got a good one
Let's
up front.
go to week 4.
All right. Thursday night football, which I'm hoping to actually be able to hang out with the guys a little bit and watch if my voice is going to be okay too. We've
Hmm.
got my Lions going to Lambeau, looking to do two in a row against the Packers.
Yeah, obviously the rematch from last year's regular season finale there, where the Packers got bumped out of the playoffs by the Lions.
Yep, that
Yeah,
was our Super Bowl, and we were very, very happy to oblige.
yeah,
Highlight of the
uh,
year.
yeah, yeah. But now instead of Aaron Rodgers, they're taking on Jordan Love.
This is true. Who hasn't been looking horrible, admittedly. He kind of had a bit of a stumble at the line of scrimmage a couple weeks back, but outside of that, he seemed like he's okay.
Uh, hopefully, the the change of quarterback will make him a lot better there in Green Bay. With apologies to you there, I'm going to take the Packers to beat the Lions.
You know, I can understand that. I honestly think that this game is a bit of a trap as far as Detroit is concerned, because
Hmm.
they're riding high on the momentum. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, as they say, and I
Hmm.
think that they're again maybe this is just me being the jaded Lions fan that I am with my history
Hmm.
with the team, but I do feel like they are being set up to fail every single week,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna trust them. After their performance last week, they did a really good job at stopping the run. I thought they'd struggle with that, but they
Okay.
didn't. And I'm taking Detroit. So right off the bat, we've already got a split.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
Here, here we go.
Hmm.
Well, speaking of the Falcons' run game, we have that stud and the team going to Jacksonville to see if they can rebound from being embarrassed.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't know this game's going to
It's
be
in
in
London.
London, England.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. And those that have Disney Plus there would have a extra bonus there because they're going to feature a Toy Story style game there.
Yeah. Yeah. The NFL is doing some like kids outreach program or something, and they're
Yeah.
doing a Toy Story
Hmm.
game, which is similar to when they did
Hmm.
the Nickelodeon slime ball and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on how I feel about that. Like, I love me some Toy Story. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Toy Story,
Hmm.
but I don't know that I love Toy Story with my football. It just
Yeah.
feels
That.
weird.
Yeah. That's true there. And obviously, the Jags coming off the Texans big loss to the Texans there,
Yeah,
and the Falcons there coming off a loss to Detroit there. Maybe a neutral site game there might be a change of pace for both teams.
yeah. I think it'll be a good test to see like the actual measure of the team because you're not going to have home field advantage. You're not going to have the crowd behind you and all that stuff typically.
Yeah.
There still is a home team and an away team in this. That's why I always say, it's at Jacksonville or at, Atlanta or whatever. But yeah, being in London could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, with me there, I really hope Trevor Lawrence will be better quarterback this week there, and will beat the Falcons. That's my pick.
Yep, I'm in agreement with that. I like Atlanta a little bit. Don't shoot me, troll. I know. but they have a quarterback that I like. They're not playing him, but he's still there and he's present. And I like their run game, but I'm definitely going with Jacksonville to destroy them.
Yeah.
And in fact, I can not be a fan of Atlanta just because they're not playing the right quarterback. So, all right, next up, we have a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
We have an AFC East battle with the Dolphins and the Bills.
Yeah, this one could could be a huge battle there. Obviously, Dolphins coming off a huge 70 point victory there.
Yeah, destroyed.
Yeah, that's the only kind of you only hear about that kind of score in college football.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. Yeah. So, like, Denver is essentially a college team, if you think
Yeah,
about it. They're the
yeah,
Colorado to Oregon, if you think about it.
yeah, true. As long as Deion Sanders is not coaching them.
Thank God. We don't need
Yeah,
Prime anywhere near the
yeah,
NFL right now.
true,
Not a
true.
fan.
Yeah, and hopefully, Josh Allen also coming off a huge blowout win there, beating the lowly Commanders.
Yeah, they stomped them real well. I will say, I think that the defense of Buffalo finally showed up, and I appreciate that. So, this is going to be like the first, in my opinion, actual test that Miami has
Yeah,
so far this
this one
season.
I
So,
yeah, this one it's not going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a 3 point or less game there with my usual.
it's the Steve special.
Yeah, exactly. Mark that down. And I'm going to take Buffalo at home to beat Miami.
Wow, we split again.
So you
I'm
went
yeah.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm trusting the offense of Miami. Um Now I'm probably going to have this be my regret because I do like Buffalo more,
Yeah.
but Miami has been so impressive that I
Mm-hmm.
really am just interested to see how they do against an actual legitimate team. No
Mm-hmm.
offense to the teams that they faced prior, but
Yeah,
this is legit. So,
okay.
all right. And then from a game that's going to be absolutely amazing to a dumpster fire, we have Denver and Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know
So,
what's happening with the Broncos there. I don't know if it's their offense, their defense, Sean Payton not doing well in coaching.
it feels like it's their defense, which is really funny because last year their defense was the only thing keeping them in games
Mm-hmm.
and the offense was struggling. But this year it's just like everything is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Peyton is like waiting to get his own kind of QB because maybe he just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work well with Russell Wilson, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They're a mess.
Yeah.
Absolute mess.
Yeah. And obviously, the Bears are the Bears. They're with yeah, as you can see, Justin Fields. They're criticizing the his offensive coordinator.
Bears are gonna bear. What can I say?
Yeah,
It was only a
but
matter of time before they finally came
yeah,
back down to earth
true.
and had this kind of a struggle because they're them. It's
Yeah,
deserved.
exactly. But with me, I'm really hoping Denver turns it around there and gets the win against the lowly Bears.
If there's ever a week to do it, it's this week. Like,
Yeah.
come on, y'all. Russell Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like you, but I
Mm-hmm.
want you to rip up the Bears secondary.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
weak as they are, I want you to
Mm-hmm.
absolutely destroy them,
Put a 40 burger up there.
if not
Maybe you don't.
more. Thank you. I know. I agree. But so yeah, so we're in agreement on that one. I'm not taking the Bears like ever. No,
Yeah.
you can't make me. So
Mm-hmm.
next up, AFC North, we have the Ravens and the Browns. This is when you're able to come in, Bird. but you won't
Yeah,
because you're busy eating ice cream. It's fine.
yeah. Obviously, Browns are really improving each and every week, despite losing Nick Chubb there to that horrific knee injury.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their signing of hi,
Uh,
their signing of Kareem Hunt was very helpful in that.
true.
You can't have any more ice cream. You just had some. Dino, are you done?
I think he's finished.
As you were saying.
Okay. Now, obviously, with the Browns, they're improving week after week. If they get their more of their running game, you won't have to rely on their quarterback. Their running plays, doing running plays himself. There.
Right. But I mean, you know that he's going to want to
Hmm.
anyway, because that's like his play style.
Yeah.
For me, the Browns are essentially the defense. Like Miles Garrett and that entire defensive unit is
Yeah.
legit. And if they were able to hold Derrick Henry
Hmm.
to what was it, 15 carries for
Yeah.
what, 26 yards or something? It
Hmm.
was a it was a pitiful performance. So
True.
if they're able to hold him, I I don't know how the Ravens are going to do. The Ravens, I believe, were also kind of banged up a little bit in
Yeah.
last week. They got like a lot of injuries. I'm not entirely sure how their injuries are looking right now, but last I knew they got hurt. So,
Yeah. And obviously, the Ravens, they lost a heartbreaking one in overtime to the Colts. There.
I was very happy about that one though.
Happy for Gardner Minshew.
No, no, never. Just just happy that Lamar lost pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't really care who he lost to, unless it's the Bears, in which case I am fully in Team Lamar.
Shall we get to his pick there?
Yeah, yeah. Let's let Dino say who he chose because apparently he's mad. All right, we're gonna try this again. Ravens and Browns. I will give you both of them at the same time, and whatever one you choose to keep is the one we're rocking with. Oh, okay. Well, you've seen it. He grabbed both, and he chose the Browns. I know. You like that? Okay, well, we put the Ravens in the trash, and yeah, good to know, I guess. Good boy. All right, so if y'all couldn't tell by the video, he did in fact take the Browns. So apparently he's not a Lamar fan either,
Yeah,
which I guess I can understand, but also going against your own kind is kind of sad.
true. Yeah, and I'm going to agree with Dino there and take the Browns to beat the Ravens.
And I am going to disagree with the bird just because I can't go with the Browns.
Yeah,
I can't. I do think they're going to win, but, you know, given the choice of the two teams,
yeah.
I would rather go for Baltimore.
Okay, so their third split game.
Yeah, we were thinking this was going to be a Splitsville. That's what John and I were talking about.
Hmm.
So we shall see. All right, but next up we have the aforementioned Titans, who really need to get that run game under control,
True.
hosting the Bengals.
Yeah, obviously with the Bengals, they came out with a win there, but still concerned with Joe Burrow's injury.
Yeah, I mean, that's always going to be a concern until he's 100%, but he seemed to be doing all right last
Hmm.
week when he won 19-16 over the Rams. So,
Yeah,
and I mean, if you can face the Rams defense and be okay, I
yeah,
think you're all right.
true. Yeah, but So now with the Titans there, can they turn around after last week's misfortune to the Browns there? That's the main
I,
question.
I think they can. At the very least, they're going to score more than three.
Hmm.
They need to get Ryan Tannehill out of the way.
Yeah,
And
Derrick Henry to
yeah,
run
yeah,
on.
let Henry carry. That's his job. That's what he's been doing. And I
Hmm.
refuse to think that he's washed up and washed
No,
out of Tennessee
no,
because you know, all hail.
yeah, true.
All hail King Henry. I love his run style. I love his play style. Like my favorite runner in the league. So,
Yeah. But
yeah.
with me, this game's gonna be my specialty. Another 3 pointer or less game, and I'm gonna take the Titans to win in the last second against the Bengals.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
I took Cincinnati actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm again going against my boy and
Okay.
hoping that my luck of having them win when I don't go with them continues. And hopefully they can actually get the win, but I'm taking the Bengals because I think it's a safer pick. Because I do not trust the Titans as a team. But yeah, we split again. I did not think you were taking the Titans at all.
Yeah. Shocker.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right, next up we have the Rams and the Colts in what's probably going to be another shocker.
True. Obviously, with the Rams, they're struggling. I don't know what's happening with them.
I'm not sure if it's really a struggle or if they just,
Hmm.
got beat by a better team because they came out firing in week two.
Yeah.
Or was it week one? Where's my
Did they
Rams game?
beat Seattle in week one there?
Yeah. Where's the Rams game again? Oh yeah. I mean, they didn't do too bad against San Francisco either. They only lost 30-23 against
True.
San Fran in week two. So, I mean, that was
Hmm.
a very, very good team that they put up 23 points on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that is not bad.
And then losing to Cincinnati last week there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
so they're 1-2, but they've been very tight games. They've been
Yeah.
in it. They've never been like completely blown out.
Yeah.
So
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't
And
know. I think they'll be okay.
obviously the Colts they're coming like we mentioned earlier. They're coming off that huge win against Baltimore. There, obviously their kicker was the main reason for that.
Matt Gay.
Yep.
I love that guy. I think he used to be a Ram, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
True.
So this will be
Maybe there.
interesting. Maybe he can get his revenge on his former team for letting him go and
True.
get like a last second field goal for
Uh-huh.
the win.
Yeah. And with apologies to Rams fans, no, you're still a tiny bit of a Matt Stafford fan there.
Big
I'm gonna,
Stafford girl,
yeah,
always.
yeah. But with me, I'm gonna trust Gardner Minshew more than Stafford this week there, and
Harsh, harsh,
I'll take
harsh.
the Colts to beat the Rams.
Ouch. And we split
Uh
again.
oh.
Oh God.
Let
This
the splits begin.
Oh God. Yep. We are firmly on the road to Splitsville. My gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm trusting the defense and I'm trusting Stafford and the Puka Nuka or whatever.
Yeah,
Nakoa,
yeah,
him. I'm trusting that connection. So oh my God. Next up, NFC South, Bucks and Saints.
yeah.
This is a big one.
Obviously, yeah. Obviously, they're Bucks coming off a huge loss to the Eagles there on Monday night. Mhm.
As expected.
True. Yeah, and the Saints they're obviously without out their car quarterback, so they're going to have to rely on Jameis Winston and what's that other one that plays quarterback sometimes for them there?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill
It
there. Yeah.
it could be Taysom time, just saying. Living
Hmm.
on Taysom time.
Yeah.
But also Jameis Winston having a history with Tampa, There
Hmm.
could be some chippiness there.
True.
So I would very much like to see him do well, and I would very much like to have Taysom time. I
Hmm.
would love that,
Yeah.
but I don't really know.
Yeah. Hard to say there.
Yeah.
But with me, I'm gonna try to take Baker Mayfield to come off the schneid after the loss and recover there and beat the Saints there, obviously by another 3 pointer less game.
It's another Steve special. I'm gonna need to make a graphic for that and like slap that up on the screen every time you, every single time you have a Steve special. Just, but yeah, I'm in agreement. Actually, I'm taking Tampa as well. I think that the Saints could easily win this one, and I think that they should. It would be funny, and
Yeah.
it would help like solidify them in the division if they can win without Carr.
Hmm.
But I do think that the Bucks kind of have the advantage on the quarterback front. So,
Okay.
unfortunately, I agree, and I'm taking Tampa.
Okay.
All right, next we have Commanders and Eagles.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't know what's wrong with the Commanders there.
They faced Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's what's
True.
wrong with the Commanders. That they face Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
any other time they've been totally fine,
Yeah.
but they face Buffalo.
Yeah. It's going to go from bad to worse, in my opinion, this week, taking on the Eagles there. Because,
Potentially, the Eagles' defense is very good.
yeah, true. But with me there, nothing else I need to say. I'm just taking the Eagles to slaughter the Panthers.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm also going with the Eagles, but a tie would be fun.
Hmm.
We'll get to that later as well. More
Yeah,
ties.
yeah,
Next, we have the Vikings and the Panthers.
yeah. Obviously, Vikings they're slumping there, and I hope the Viking fans aren't mad at me about my suggestion earlier.
I don't think that they'll be like mad exactly. I think I don't know. I think it'll be interesting um, to get the feedback on that thought of
Yeah,
QB swaps with the Jets.
yeah,
I don't know how they feel about that. I know how I would feel about that,
yeah.
but oof.
But with me there, I'm going to go for a little bit of an upset there. I'm going to take Carolina to upset the Vikings.
Oh, good God.
Another split?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, another split. All right. Well, um, hmm. I, I don't really even know what to say. I'm very surprised, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm taking the Vikings. I think they're gonna finally get their stuff together, and it's gonna
Hmm.
be against a kind of subpar Carolina team.
Hmm.
Um, that is very very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, now if this one becomes an upset and a split, I will just lose my mind. We have Pittsburgh and Houston.
Yeah. No worries about that there. I'm taking the Steelers, obviously, because they're a too powerful team there.
Oh, thank
And
God.
obviously, the Texans are going to come down to earth.
Yeah, I think that the defense of Pittsburgh is going to show them what a real team looks like.
Hmm.
And I'm taking the Steelers as well. Now, I think it'll be hilarious if the Texans can win back to back, but
Yeah.
no, no. TJ
No.
Watt for the win.
Yeah. Exactly.
This one should be very close, and I'm very interested. I think we're going to probably split again.
Hmm.
We have the Raiders and the Chargers in an AFC West showdown.
Yeah. Obviously, the question with the Raiders there, who's going to be in quarterback? Because obviously, Jimmy G's going to be in concussion protocol.
This is true. I do not know who his backup is. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
It was the other backup QB that Josh McDaniels was comfortable with from his time in New England. So yes, that
True.
makes sense.
Yeah. But I wouldn't trust him against the Chargers who beat a beat a subpar Vikings team.
Yeah, I mean, look, with all the power offensively
Mhm,
that Minnesota has, having the Chargers be able to handle them
mhm.
as well as they did doesn't really spell good things for the Raiders.
So with me, there obviously it's going to be Chargers over the Vikings. I mean the Raiders.
Yeah, they're just gonna beat the Vikings time and time again. You know what?
Mhm.
Let's farm the W's.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
yeah,
But no, I agree. I'm taking the Chargers as well.
mhm,
I think that they are a very powerful team.
yeah,
I don't like Vegas.
mhm,
I want to like the Chargers, but
yeah,
we'll see. Okay, next we have the Cowboys hoping to rebound from their embarrassment last week,
true.
hosting the Patriots.
Yeah, uh, I like I said, I don't know what happened to the Cowboys last week. They're obviously not having Trayvon Diggs at defense there with a big hole to fill.
That's a good choice of words considering.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. They got hurt a lot in
mhm,
the defensive side of things, which definitely didn't help them. Still, they should have been decent against Arizona.
yeah,
So it all depends on for me on their injury status this week.
true, yeah. Uh, but with me there, I'm going to take the Cowboys to beat the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. The Patriots are not very impressive.
No,
I mean, they only beat the Jets by 5,
yeah,
and they're the Jets. So
hmm,
yeah, a mid team at best.
yeah,
So hopefully the Cowboys will be fine. Now this one is the Cardinals and the 49ers. Can
yeah,
they do it 2 weeks in a row?
yeah. But with me there, I'm going to say no way. If this if they beat the Niners there, it'll be the biggest upset since David beat Goliath.
Yeah, I mean, any given Sunday, right? Anything can
Yeah,
happen.
true.
But no, no,
So
it's San Francisco. No,
yeah,
let's just lock it in and move on.
yeah, lock her
Unfortunately,
in.
um, best of luck.
Hmm,
I'm gonna be watching. It'll be fun.
hmm,
But Brock Purdy
yeah,
and McCaffrey, actually,
yeah,
more so McCaffrey probably
yeah,
than Purdy, but also
yeah,
maybe I should start Purdy in fantasy this week.
yeah.
Actually,
And Debo Samuels
hmm and
and Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk, who is a wide receiver, by the way, not
Hmm,
a running back.
yeah,
He plays like one.
hmm,
Last I knew, I remember seeing him carry the ball and not catch it. So I rolled with it, and I didn't want to have to pronounce Ayuk because I didn't know
hmm,
how it was said. So my
yeah,
apologies. You can roast me all you want,
hmm,
but I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. If you have any complaints there, put it in the messages below.
Yeah, you can comment that I didn't know how to say Brandon Ayuk and I mispositioned him. My
Hmm,
bad. He's not exactly who I watched the 49ers for.
hmm,
Y'all know who those two players are.
yeah,
Anyway, next up, we have the Chiefs and the Jets.
yeah. Obviously, the Jets stink.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and obviously the only people be interested in the game there are Chiefs fans and fans of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be really interesting seeing the Swifties invade football. Like
Yeah.
us girls who watch football have been here. We've been
Mm-hmm.
through this grit. We know what this is,
Yeah.
and y'all are just gonna swoop in and try to act like you're fans now until next year when somebody dumps somebody and they're no longer an item, and then you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna go buy that album though.
Yeah. True.
While you're burning jerseys, you're gonna go buy the album.
True.
Anyway,
Obviously, this one's a no-brainer. Chiefs to win.
yeah. Sorry, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Like you though. All right, final game. We have the Seahawks and the Giants.
Yeah. obviously the Giants are in the same bubble as the Jets. They're slowly fading ever since they lost their running back.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley there.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but yeah.
So obviously, their my pick is Seattle to beat Giants.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I do think that Seattle is still a very good team.
Mm-hmm,
I can see them being two in the division
mm-hmm.
behind Purdy and co. But
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I'm definitely taking Seattle on this one.
So shall we get to the rest of our friends' picks?
We shall. This one is going to be fun because Troll is up first, and I don't know how I want to do his picks. I'm just trying to think because I don't have the voice for this right now. Is my thought process. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna try to do it the way that it should be done. So I'm just gonna read them
Okay.
in my way.
Okay.
Troll's picks are the Lions, saying there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea.
No.
Taking the Jags, and became you took the Rams, the
Mm-hmm.
light on the dark side of me.
Mm-hmm.
Took the Browns, love remained.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings, a drug that's the high and not the pill.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals, but did you know, Saints, that when it snows,
Mm-hmm.
went with the Dolphins, my eyes become large, and the
Mm-hmm.
Bears, the light that you shine can't be seen. He took the Eagles, just
Mm-hmm.
saying, the Texans, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. He took the Chargers. Oh, the Niners, the more I
Mm-hmm.
get of you, the stranger it feels.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Patriots, saying, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, and now that your rose is in bloom with the Seahawks, a light hits the gloom on the gray.
Mm-hmm.
With some extra comments saying that he plans to give the Bucks 2 wins this season, and this is not one of those weeks,
Yeah.
even though they will most likely beat the Saints. You don't have to, but I won't be upset if you don't. But also, frick the Falcons. Thank you for that, troll. I uh,
Yeah.
I love your reasons. Next up, we have Papa Agron's picks. Feels like I should just be throwing darts to see which team wins at this point, but here we go.
Okay.
Lions over Packers. There will be no second half magic this week.
Okay.
Jaguars over Falcons. I could easily see the Falcons running all over the Jaguars, but Troll hates them, so there we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rams over the Colts because Stafford has something to prove. Ravens over the Browns. Both teams have a solid defense, so it should be a defensive slugfest, but he gives the edge to Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Vikings over the Panthers. Tank as much as you want. The Panthers are still catching that L.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals over the Titans. Burrow is starting to wake up. One can only hope.
Yeah.
He took the Bucks over the Saints, saying that Jameis Winston is not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins over the Bills. Both teams are going to be airing the ball out,
Mm-hmm.
as well you should. Broncos over the Bears. Surely we're not going to see another 70-point game.
True.
God, I hope not. If they score a combined 70 points, I'll be surprised. Eagles over the Commanders. He wishes that they could both lose.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers over the Texans because Mike Tomlin's got to pad that win column to finish over 500.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Raiders over the Chargers. Is it a surprise pick? Not sure. I just
Mm-hmm.
see the Chargers folding.
Mm-hmm.
Don't speak that into the universe, please. 49ers over the Cardinals. Wish that they would lose too.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys over the Patriots, saying it's time to bounce back. Chiefs over the Jets. The Cinderella story is not this week. And Seahawks over the Giants. The Giants just ain't good. And now for SDS. Lions. It was a nice comeback, Packers, but your kneecaps will be gone by the end of the first quarter. I personally, as a Lions fan, I don't personally believe that. But I also appreciate that. He took the Jaguars. The formula is simple. Shut down the Falcons' run game and force Ritter to beat you with his arm. He took the Colts, saying that he thinks they can actually pull this one off, barring Puka Nakua and Stafford shenanigans. He took the Browns, saying good luck Lamar, you're going to need it. He took the Panthers over the Vikings, saying how do you out-charger the Chargers?
Good question.
Went with the Bengals, saying that their defense feasted on Monday, and I'm sorry to say that King Henry's reign may be over. Fight me. He took the Bucks. Backup QB curse may strike again, but regroup, rebound, and pick off the turnover chef in wins none. He took the Bills, saying that the defense is made of stiffer stuff than the Broncos. He took the Broncos. This game is about to be a comedy of errors. Also, F the Bears and Ohio State QBs. He took the Eagles, apologizing to Troll, saying that Howell isn't him. We'll see. Took the Steelers, saying a tattered O-line versus TJ Watt. Yeah, I wonder how that'll go. Raiders, I still don't trust the Chargers, even after last week. 49ers, I think we will all have a stroke if the Cardinals knock down 2 playoff teams in a row. Worst things could have happened, you know. Took the Cowboys, mid QBs versus the top tier defenses. Prepare for struggle. He took the Chiefs, just laughing about it. And then he took the Seahawks. Giants are bad. Simple as that. And then we have John, who also took the Lions, saying 2 in a row in Lambeau, let's hope. He took the Jags. He took the Rams, saying Aaron Donald do be good. Defense will do enough to allow Stafford to do his thing. Let's hope that we don't have that Stafford show up, John. And his thing is to turn the ball over. So, let's hope not. He took the Ravens, impending a slug match. He took the Vikings, saying that the Vikings are not bad. And bleep no, am I picking them to lose to a team that had 10 pre-snap penalties. That is something that we didn't talk about in the Panthers and Seahawks game from last week.
Yeah.
They had 10 pre-snap penalties against Seattle. So that's just that's just undisciplined. Yeah.
Want to be stars of the game.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
He went with the Bengals, and then he went with the Bucks, saying that he hasn't hated picking a game more. But likely no car means $17-13. But hey, if both teams want to give me an early birthday and moving out present, they can just tie. Sorry, Joy, I know that you love ties. I do. I adore ties. It's my favorite thing. He took the Dolphins, saying that he's totally overhyping them, aren't I? Maybe. He took the Broncos, saying to say it with me, frick the Bears. Eagles. Texans, by the grace of Troll, don't let me be alone. You're not. Congratulations. And then to round it off, he went Chargers, Niners, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Seahawks. And then finally, we have Buff's picks.
Here we go.
He took the Lions, because why not? He took the Jags, saying T-Law can do it. He took the Colts. Minshew Mania is running wild. I hated that so much. He took the Browns, just saying boo again. All boo. He took the Vikings in all caps, saying Super Bowl bound.
Good luck.
Good luck. He took the Bengals because I can't.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Saints. NFC South champs will take it. He took the Bills, saying that not every team can be the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Then he took the Broncos and said Uno reverse is possible here.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, that we ball. Steelers, the Levi's are on the run.
Mm-hmm.
He went with the Raiders, just kind of shrugging. Niners are the team to beat until further notice. TT Buffin.
Mm-hmm.
He went with the Cowboys. My favorite reason of the entire week.
Mm-hmm.
The Dominator is only in Arizona. He can't hurt
Yeah.
you anymore, Dallas.
Yeah.
That's gold. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. And then he took the Chiefs, easy. And then he took the Seahawks because I can't.
Yeah.
So everyone's pretty much in agreement on some of the games, but overall,
Mm-hmm.
my God, what a Splitsville we have had.
Yeah.
You're the
Six.
tracker of that. How many splits do we have?
6.
6. Yep, that
Unbelievable.
that applies. That is almost half. If you think about it, that is almost half of the games
Yeah.
we have
I'm
split
going.
on.
Yeah. I'm going for a huge risk here.
You and Troll both.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Troll's picks are very, very upset worthy. And you know what? For what it's worth, I hope every single one goes his way. I think that's going to be absolutely hilarious if it does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But either way, we are going to have a huge, huge shakeup
Yeah.
in these standings. We have 6 and 5 splits across the board between multiple players. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's about to get messy. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm here for it.
Yeah. By next week, it'll be a huge gap for one of us.
Yeah. Now, ideally, you and I will go 3 and 3 in
Mm-hmm.
our splits, and everything will even out, and everything will be fine,
Yeah.
and there's not going to be any chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and even.
Yeah.
But there is that chance that somebody goes 6-0
Mm-hmm.
and ruins everything. So we'll
True.
we'll see how it all goes next week in the NFL predictions versus. Anything you want to
True.
say to end us off?
Yeah. Obviously, to everyone, please like and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for all future versus videos here.
Yep, exactly. We have them every single Thursday at noon Eastern, unless my internet says otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just really, really fun. This is already week 4. Week 5 is going to be insane to review what just happened this week. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that one because it's sure to be fine. And hopefully
Mm-hmm.
next week I will be completely 100% and you won't have to deal with any of my rasp.
Yeah.
So we will catch you guys next week for more of the NFL predictions versus. Good luck.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
Yep. Good luck, guys.